Our next episode of Between Two Teachers. And my name is Consuelo Lara.
I'm Madeline Kronenberg.
And we have a lot of hot topics today to talk to you about. And also, if you are new to our channel, please subscribe and ring the bell. And if you're not new, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. So, and refer us to your friends so we can get a larger audience, because these are really important topics that we are trying to share here. So I want to talk about a few things that are rather personal and very political, have to do with the fact that I'm on the school board. I have this platform. As you know, I'm newly elected last year, and I take this position very seriously, especially having been a retired teacher from this district, and I know the issues and problems, and now I'm knowing more of the issues and problems. And I care a great deal about this district and the school, the students, and I need your help. I have the voice, I have the platform, a couple of platforms here where I can speak the truth and I can call to action. But I need more information from all of you, from the constituents, from the teachers, from community, from parents. You need to be my eyes and ears about what's going on, what's really going on out there in the community. And it helps a great deal. You know my email address. You could post things even here on this channel. But I need a stronger connection with the things that are going on out there, because I think we're at a real trying time at this moment. Issues of politics, issues of power and control of the district, and the direction our district needs to go, can go, should go. And I'm one person, have allies, but I really need your help. And please contact me, let me know the reality. Tell me what I don't know. Somebody said that today. Well, here's what you don't know. And I said, well, that's what I need, that information. And that will help me fight in a more focused way to bring about the changes that we want to see in this district for our students. So those are my big concerns, and my request is to please reach out, let me know what's going on, because we can do this, and we need to fight together for changes in the district, at the district level and then at the state level. Speaking of which,
Let's talk about the state. I mean, the district is very important, and the things that go on in the district are always in flux, because what we all know is in terms of the employees, our employees are incredibly important and make everything work. But there's also, there are retirements, there are changes among the employee teams, and all of those issues have to be addressed. At the state level, the biggest issue we have to address is funding. And our funding, as it's connected to the impact of charter schools on us, is connected to the various charter assembly bills and Senate bills that have been in the state legislature this year that we've spoken about before. So the status as of today is that a bill that is still alive and well is 1505, Mr. O'Donnell's bill, and that bill is the one that will allow us the big part of it is it'll allow us to look at financial impact when making a decision as to whether or not to approve a charter school. And if that school will have a negative financial impact, and certainly decreasing enrollment creates that for pretty much any charter school, there's the possibility of using that as a reason in the petition to a legal reason to not approve it. So I'm asking you, and we're both asking you, to contact your legislators to let them know your support for AB 1505. Mr. O'Donnell is going to make some adjustments to it to be sure that there is a fair appeals process. There had been people who were concerned about that, and no one is trying to be unfair. We're just trying to make sure that our public school systems are going to be viable, and that we're not going to be looking at a domino effect of districts just going bankrupt because their funding is being siphoned off into private coffers in the privately run charter schools. In addition to that, I wanted to share that over the weekend, last week, we both went to the League of Women Voters annual convention. And there they spoke a great deal about power and the issues of institutional racism in organizations and in our culture nationally. The group itself adopted a resolution on charter schools, which I'm very proud of. It came from a study that was done in Fresno, and ultimately on a Sunday morning, the league voted to move to support the board in going forward in addressing the issues of charter school accountability. And basically at the same time, in San Francisco, the California Democratic Party passed a moratorium, passed a charter school resolution as well. They passed one supporting a charter school moratorium. So both of these organizations, right, the nonpartisan California League of Women Voters, which is non-political but yet takes positions on issues, took a position on the issue of charter school accountability, and the California Democratic Party took the position following the NAACP, the West Contra Costa School Board, the Oakland School Board, the Los Angeles School Board, and many others that have taken the position of supporting a moratorium in the state of California until we are able to figure out how to advocate for funding for our schools. At the same time, yesterday in Los Angeles, Measure EE, which came out of the Los Angeles School District's strike in January, failed at the polls. So they had been relying on getting extra funding for the Los Angeles schools through Measure EE, and they were not successful. Right now, there is still a teacher's strike in New Haven, where as of this moment, the teachers have been out, they're into their third week of a strike in New Haven, and there's, I watched their board meetings are available online and public, and so you can watch their board meetings and see the very major struggle they're having. During that meeting, the board members were served with recall petitions. So there's a lot of conflict and high energy right now in the state around funding for teachers and funding for education. The other thing that came up at the League of Women Voters was that the League is in total support and a partner of the Prop 13 reform initiative called Schools and Communities First. And the League is very much in support of that, and what that will do is change the loophole that lets commercial properties not be reassessed and pay their fair share of taxes towards schools. So that's something that that we both support, and we hope that everyone watching this will support, and that the state will pass. But I really do think that what happened in LA yesterday should wake us up, and we shouldn't just think that people understand that our schools need more money and that it's going to be an easy thing to get it, because it's not. And it's something that we all really need to work hard and stay focused on if we're going to change California. We know we're losing $27.9 million, and that's just the beginning. If more charter schools come in, we're going to lose more and more, and we will return to bankruptcy. That's really what this is about. We will return to bankruptcy. The numbers just show it. So we can't put our head in the sand and make believe that's not true. The same thing is true for the other districts that have that are in the same position we're in. So that's the call to action. Please be aware. I'll put every link I can find in the description to this episode, and I'll also put it on my Twitter feed and on our Facebook pages so that you can follow what's happening with the Bill 1505 and with Schools and Community First. At the same time, it is a time to celebrate our children, which is why we're doing all the work. And we've been going to graduations. There are many throughout the district. I know you've got a whole Saturday filled with them. And so there's lots to be happy and excited about. And we don't want you to think that we've lost sight of that. That's why we do the work. That's why we do the work.
It was very gratifying at De Anza. The student speaker announced that she's the first, the valedictorian she was the first African American to be the valedictorian. And basically her speech was about how much social justice activity has been on that campus. The things that they have, some of the girls were wearing white orchids on their caps to signify, women's struggles and empowerment. So none of this is lost on our young people. They know that this is a struggle, constant struggle. So, and they're up for it. I was really just proud to hear all of that. They're not in a little vacuum. They are in touch with the social issues that are out there. It's like
they understand power, and that is really what we need to talk about here on this forum in the future. I think more and more. That's one thing that came out of the training at the League of Women Voters with, right, is that the important thing for us to notice and be conscious of here is who is wielding the power. And the issue around the charter schools is that their power is being taken away from the voters and put in the hands of private, very wealthy people.
And doing my research about just the goals and philosophy of the whole charter industry, there's a line in there that I read that they believe that the way to improve the schools is through charter schools. And so that's their goal, to just become completely charter. And we see what happens. We see Florida, we see Los Angeles, we see Oakland. This is not the way to go. We know this. So, and it is definitely an issue of power. So the shout out to the League of Women Voters that did this great accountability resolution and position on that issue, and they have a ways to go, I must say, when it comes to power issues and diversity. And a shout out to California Democratic Club. Thank goodness that they're there for us. And then what's happening, my question is, at the state level, what Democrats are there being influenced by the charter industry? And I hear people say, well, I'm conflicted because, I know this is an issue, but my children went to charters. Or that's not the point. It doesn't matter. They didn't buy your soul just because your children went to a charter school. You still know that $27.9 million is going out each year. You still know that our most vulnerable students are the victims of this. And so you need to support what's going to help alleviate that. So, you could even work at a charter school for all I care. It's just focus on the immediate issues and what we need to do in terms of what's right for all the students, all of the students. So that's kind of where we are, where it's a constant struggle. And
that is where we are. So we'll still be here during the summer. Be sure you do subscribe and share out and tell folks about our and like. Yes, subscribe, share out, and like the channel, and contact us if you're interested in sharing any ideas with us. We look forward to hearing from any and all of you.
please do that.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you.